Hi, I'm Austin, and this is the Hork-Bajir Chronicles. You all stand underneath the purple mist of Father Deep, around Bronk, all of you comforting each other. You're all pretty banged up. What do?
I feel like in the big group hug that we're having, y'all gets close enough to bonk into somebody with his eye pole, and that kind of snaps back to reality.
Whoa, there goes gravity.
Yep.
Y'all's eye pole is my favorite band.
So each being startled and just completely overwhelmed, will look at y'all and be like, "Oh, not good. Not help you."
No takeout.
Okay.
New friends say bad.
Okay. So lay down. Lay down. Help.
Y'all lays down.
Okay. So in my mind, in Emily's mind, with the soothing salves and the wraps that she has, ideally she would want to pull the thing out and pack it in and press in all of the healing stuff to, what is it? Apply soothing. Where does it talk about? Yeah, it's literally written as a glop of salve wrapped in a leaf. So
Emily is learning how to perform surgery now.
Yep.
On stream.
Yeah. And literally Sanillion seeing each do this will step up like nurse ready to go. Like, tell me what you need. I'll hand it to you. I'm ready to rage.
Yeah, so I would say she is going to perform this at a slightly higher level. So the goal being, as Emily understands it, you need to put pressure on it and stop the bleeding. So she'll look around. Does anybody else have their Hork-Bajir say help and ask for those?
Yeah, Keffa's gonna take the scanner and everything that she's got in hers out and hand it over.
Yeah, and my little one for my shredder.
Okay. So each is gonna hand those to Sanillion and say, going to wrap when done. So each is gonna look at y'all and be like, very sorry.
Y'all's gonna take a piece of bark and put it in his beak.
Yeah, Keffa's gonna hold y'all down as hard as possible.
Yeah. You can each you can roll a medicine check with advantage.
Okay.
Your DC is 10.
Can I? Well, let's see. Can I use my inspiration, or is the advantage?
Yeah, it won't give you extra.
Okay.
It won't give you extra advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Easy enough. You pull it out and apply your solve right away, and
So
with
really,
the help of Keffa and Sanillion.
Yeah, pack that in there, and then take the Hork-Bajir fabric pieces and wrap all around. So y'all now has a cool eye patch. All right, and so with the
y'all scream.
I don't know.
For audio.
You didn't peek your mic.
I tried not to. I tried to do an indoor scream.
All right, so it's gonna be. So it'll be 2d8 plus my wisdom. Let's see, 2d2 plus 3. So you get 9 more hit points back.
Okay.
After you kind of get y'all situated, Private thought speak to Keffa. Mateo will say, I don't mean to be insensitive, but we must keep moving. The Yeerks will no doubtedly know that these ships have crashed.
We gather as many as possible and we move.
Yes.
And Keffa's gonna start grabbing some like vines off the side of Father Deep, and is going to start wrapping Bronk for travel.
And after like a few minutes, some of the other Hork-Bajir that you recognize gather. And you have about 3 that join you. Oh shit. Okay, I'm back. You have about 3 Hork-Bajir that were down here that join you that you recognize. Both from the bark, or 2 from the bark team. Another one that gave you a leaf mane at the beginning of the fight.
I woke up below the mist within Father Deep. My wrist and shoulder were out of place. The last thing I remembered was meeting with the other Yeerks on the tree bridge. I saw the tides of the battle turning and wanted to ensure that we took this Hork-Bajir tribe along with the Andalites. There were 3 ships near enough to this battle, and I was going to call them all in. I had to keep my cover, though, so I continued to fight. I found one of the commanders of the scout group. He recognized me. I engaged in combat with him to throw off suspicion and had him throw me down to one of the lower branches where I would be hidden. I pulled out a short-range communicator that Pick had retrieved from our crashed ship so long ago.
Simtaf talking to fruit people at time like this? We surely dying.
I've spoken to the communicator. This is Simtaf 123. I am engaged in a battle at one of the Hork-Bajir tribe trees. The Hork-Bajir have begun fighting back. On behalf of Actor 1154, I am requesting an airstrike to the tree. Sharing coordinates now. Affirmative, Simtaf 123. All nearby ships en route immediately. There is a bridge in front of the tree with high-value hosts on it. Do not attack the bridge. Affirmative. I rejoined the fight. The scout troop was not well prepared for a fight back. Even with weapons and this large of a group, they were losing. But we would win this battle once the ships arrived. The Hork-Bajir and the Andalites had been ready. They had killed all but a few of the scout troop. Some had been waiting to join the battle and had not got to the bridge yet. And then I heard the shredder fire ripping a path through the forest, and I watched as they hovered over the bridge, powering up their weapons. I would have my new host now. Or so I thought. The 3rd ship arrived and it didn't slow down. It collided with the hovering ships and sent them crashing into the tree bridge, and we all plummeted into Father Deep. I'm not sure how I survived, only that I did. And now I was on the ledges of the Bounders. I looked around and saw a few other Hork-Bajir still living. They were actual Hork-Bajir and not hosts. Their names were Crunch and Ron. It was hard to convince them to come with me. I had to control my anger at the thought of y'all being killed and me losing my stronger host. Pick was a formidable creature, yes, but I craved power. Raw power. I wanted to be what my Yeerk body could never be. Strong, fierce, intimidating. We looked around and I saw the crash site of the ships not too far away. We headed that way. Once we were close enough, I could see a group of Hork-Bajir standing with 3 Andalites now. I wondered if one had morphed a Hork-Bajir in the fight.
Y'all live!
Pick said in my head as a Hork-Bajir stood higher than the rest. It was y'all. He had a metal pole in his eye, but there he was, still standing. I had to stop my beak from creeping into a smile. I would bide my time if needed, but I would still have my new host. We approached the group.
He looks at y'all and he says, I look bad, cannot see. Okay?
Rude to point out.
My apology.
No, not okay.
It'd be all right.
Don't think it will.
Well,
Just go ahead and say it. I know you want to. Just go ahead and say that's rough, buddy. I know it's coming.
yes, that rough, buddy. Everybody can roll perception checks. Everybody but the Andalites notice that as you all kind of wrap up.
I have
Keffa,
a
you
badge,
actually
by the way.
notice it first. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you both do, but it doesn't matter for Sandy.
Well.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So
That's okay. I have
Ilira,
a
you
reason,
notice-
but
what is it? What's the reason you aren't like paying attention too much?
She's still trying to find Matea.
yeah, I'm still waiting for my day. No, I think Sanillion is trying to get like Sanillion's just private thought speaking to Ilira and is like focused on Ilira. And I don't want to interrupt what you were doing though. I want to let you do your thing so I could.
Okay, I got you then. Ilira, you notice first, and Keffa, as like you're wrapping up Bronk and you kind of move him away from the side of this rock wall. As she moves it, you notice, Ilira, you see a dull yellow glow coming from a small hole that was made in the side of this rock wall, and it is unnatural. It's artificial light. It's like a light from a ship.
My old friend. Do I still have that crystal? Because I brought it up to the surface.
You have your bag still,
Okay.
so I assume it's in there.
Okay. This doesn't seem like the time or the place for this, but the thing I was talking about before with the yellow glow and the electricity, it's over there. Has anyone seen anything like it before?
No.
Sanillion, did you have something you wanted to?
Yeah, I think especially seeing the yellow glow that looks like a ship, I think Sanillion's going to private thought speak to Ilira and just say, this is the first opportunity we've had with ships, even though they are crashed.
This is separate from the crash ships, as like Ilira points this out, and it's just a glow. It's just a light coming out of this small hole.
We're still
like the
near
light.
the ships, though, right?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about that light. Yeah, go ahead.
We're still near the ships.
Yes.
Not saying that this glowing thing is a ship. It's a glowing, buzzing electric crystal thing.
Mhm.
But
it's not pulsing. It's just a glow coming out
I
of
should
a small
clarify.
hole.
I don't give a fuck about the crystal. Sanillion is talking to Ilira and saying, these ships are here. This is the first opportunity we've had with a ship.
Let's send a transmission to the fleet.
Exactly.
So much to think about. Okay, yeah, that's important. Let's do that.
Sorry, Austin. You were just going on about the crystal, and I'm like, I don't care.
So these ships are crashed and on fire. But
they got tech,
you
don't
guys,
they?
What's that?
They've got
Oh, sorry,
tech,
my
don't
internet
they?
keeps cutting out.
Okay.
They have tech. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you guys you approach the ships, and if you guys want to roll investigation checks to see if you can find a way in.
I can also put out the fire if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Investigation. Oh my god.
You know where the entrances to these ships probably would be, and it is like ablaze. It's not just like a regular fire that is like just burning on the ground. There's oil, there's things that are like causing it to burn. But yeah, what you guys want to do?
So it's impenetrable, or can I use fire suppressor on it?
Do you try to use your fire suppressor on it?
I mean, I guess.
It as you like point in your bracers, and some of these fires like kind of freeze and then die down. There are more fires in the ship, but you can't enter.
Sure. Fuck it. I'll get in there.
You too, Sanillion? The heat is intense once you get in here. You guys know where the bridge is, and you guys kind of go there. And as you get there, you can roll me technology checks to kind of see what you can use.
Arcana.
And while this is going on, what are the Hork-Bajir doing?
Did any of the Hork-Bajir that came down to meet us, none of them are Yum Yum's brothers?
They aren't.
Okay. So each wants to ask them of, do you know what has happened up there?
Oh, we fall below the mist, says the different Hork-Bajir than the one that gave the main. He says, my name Crunch. It's one of the ones that y'all and Sanillion were training. So y'all, you recognize him. He says, we fall into Father Deep, hit ledge. No what goes on.
So each is going to turn to Yum Yum and say, want to search for kin?
Brothers were high in tree, maybe not fall, but yes, I want to find.
Okay, how far away did the Andalites go to the ship?
The ship, it's like within 30 feet of you.
Okay,
they're inside of it.
Y'all is probably going to wander into the ship to see what's going on in there. And also, this character... Well, hang on. Before you go any further, this Crunch, did you say was his name?
Mm-hmm.
Does Crunch have like a rank or anything among the Hork-Bajir?
He is the leader of the bark team.
Okay.
Of his great
So,
tree.
like, maybe above a sergeant?
Yeah.
So, maybe a captain?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need.
He is.
But yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
So yeah, y'all is just gonna wander and keep an eye on the Andalites.
As you walk into the ship the same way that they did, this heat is intense.
I gotta find a better way to say that. Okay, yeah.
Sanillion and Ilira, as you all are kind of searching around in here, you find where the communications device is, the transmitter. A lot of the things around it are melted, but Ilira, you think you can, if you can get it out, you can probably salvage it enough to use it. It's going to take a little bit of work, but and this heat is blazing, but you can try to take it out if you want.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
The intense heat.
The intense heat.
Okay.
It's camping.
Cargo space? No, cargo road. What do I roll to take this thing out?
It will be technology and Sanillion. Do you have something? I thought you were saying something.
I said, ooh, because I want to use my tail blade to take it out. Like I'm not supposed to.
Oh, boo. Absolutely not.
It's on fire. How bad could this possibly be for it?
Y'all walks up behind you as you all are doing this. And if Sanillion, if you're helping, Ilira can make the technology roll with advantage.
I am helping.
Woo.
Yeah, first try, you managed to get it out. And you have this box in your hand, and it is very, very hot. And the heat behind... God damn it.
I was doing so well until you said it was really hot.
Ilira, you take... Rolling... Oh, shit. 8 fire damage as you're holding this spot.
Did you just take hotbox damage?
And as you guys move out, I guess you're moving out. Are you doing anything
Yeah,
else in the
cool.
ship?
Let's go. No, I'm out.
Ilira, you get out, and then as y'all and Sanillion are moving, the fire flares. Make a Constitution save for y'all and Sanillion. Oh.
I don't think I rolled a save because I don't know how to do things.
I think it's the same for you.
Okie dokie.
So, Sanillion, you'll take half of this. So 5 fire damage to y'all and Ilira, and 2 to Sanillion. But you guys make it out of the ship.
5.
Cool. I have a box. Can try
Sure
and make
do.
it work. Yeah, I'll immediately just like sit down on the ground and like start trying to make this work.
Mateo will say, "We need to move."
Yes, but have you seen this? And she's Keffa's gonna walk over to the yellow glowing crystal.
She like bends down, and as you both peek in there with your same perception check from earlier, Keffa, you can still use that. It's a small hole. It's probably like that, like the size of a bumba plant seed.
Okay. Yeah,
so
totally
you
understand.
can't fit through it, but like as you look in, it's a hallway. There's not a crystal in there. You peek in and you see like it looks like a cavern to you, but it's lined with the metal, and the glow is coming from some kind of thing that's on the wall that you see. A light, says Matea.
Keffa's gonna reach her hand in that hole and see if she can like make it bigger.
It is like solid rock around, and roll me a strength check. You reach in and kind of try to like, you can barely move your arm around once you get it in there. It's solid.
Okay, y'all's gonna see this and try. Also.
Is a strength
Yeah,
check
you reach
different than a
in.
strength save? I'm sorry.
They can be, because sometimes a save will give you a bonus.
That was just a technical. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
all
I clicked
good.
the wrong one. Sorry, it's the same.
Most of the time they'll be the same unless you have proficiency in the save. So y'all, you reach your hand in there and kind of move it around, and a couple of like edges of the rock do crumble away, and you make it a little bit bigger to where you can probably get your arm up to your shoulder in.
Well, then y'all's gonna start milling around looking for something that he can bust it with. Like
yeah, there's pieces.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll grab a piece of her ship and then go over there and like swing into it.
Roll an attack roll. As
like my claws and blades, does that work for you?
It's the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The same. You slam into the wall. It does not. Nothing happens. You just hit it, and it, like, whatever you're holding, like, reverberates in your hand. Damn it.
He would. Can you hear us?
I can now. I can hear now.
Okay. Well, he would do it like 3 or 4 times.
I'll say after that first time, yeah, you hear the sound of a Dracon beam shoot and hit right next to your group from above.
Okay.
We need to go.
Did it come from the direction of where the great tree was, or we can't tell?
No, there's a whole, like, a purple mist that kind of is blocking your vision from the top of Father Deep. This came from definitely one of the ledges that's down here.
Okay.
Then y'all would look at the Andalites and be like, "Which way?"
Ilira.
Away from here.
Then y'all would look
Matea, as you say that, Matea grabs Keffa's arm and starts to pull her as she's running.
Y'all would follow Keffa and try and get in front of whichever direction they're going.
Are the additional Hork-Bajir, the new Hork-Bajir and Crunch coming with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
And you all take off into Father Deep. Would you say each?
Just to have one of them help Yum Yum.
Yep. I'll do that. And one of them will also grab Bronk if you ask them to.
Yeah.
Anything anybody wants to do as you run?
Perception.
Yes. What are you looking for? Go ahead and roll it.
Enemies.
Okay. You have disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured.
With an 11 and all the commotion, you don't see any where the Dracon beam came from. All of you still hear noises echoing into Father Deep as you move away from the crash site and the crackling fire. You can hear screeches and groans and just noises that echo throughout Father Deep. The Dracon beams continue to shoot at you all as you run, but none of them hit you, and eventually you're too far away for them to even see them. Okay, as you get far enough away, you guys feel a little bit safer as far as those Dracon beams go, and you can slow up a little bit. If you guys want to do any kind of character work, now's the time. As you all keep traveling through Father Deep.
He's still carrying the piece of metal or whatever it was that he was using to try and break the wall earlier. If we're kind of at a stopping point, he's going to look at the walls around him, and he's going to try it again over here and see if he can make any holes.
There's no apparent, like, the hole that you saw before looked like it was made from the crash of the ship. Mm-hmm. And now that you're a little ways away, you all can roll another perception check to see what you can see down here. Keffa and Sanillion, both notice part on the base again, part of the wall kind of sticking out, and a slight glow coming from a crack between where the rock is and the base of the rock wall. But nobody else. Actually, Ilira, you notice just as you're looking around for anything, there are, where the ledges are that kind of line farther deep, there are bigger holes that lead kind of like deeper into the walls. You noticed these the last time you came down there. You had saw figures kind of running on the ledges, but you couldn't make out what they were. You do see those holes that you saw one of them run into.
You said one of the crack in the wall was glowing.
It's not crackling, but it is glowing. Like the same thing that you saw before. Oh yeah, sorry. My internet keeps fucking, it's making me so angry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like enough that Sanillion could like stick his tail blade in there and try and like pry it?
It is. You push this rock that doesn't seem, it's like connected in a way. It's not like part of the rock. It's just, it seems like somebody connected it somehow with mechanisms. You push it away and it reveals another one of those sockets with a crystal in it.
I think he'll call Ilira over then. He'll like do that, open it up, and then just thought speak and be like, Ilira, it's another one of your things.
What are they? What does it do? I don't like having questions and no answers. She's like, at the same time, she's still messing with this like communicator thing. And she's very harried and like scorched and singed and tired. But she'll pull out the crystal that she took from the other one and kind of like investigate, compare them.
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check. Keffa, you see this as well. You see this socket. It does look the same, Ilira.
Keffa is definitely over there like poking and prodding and just getting her fingers all in it, trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean the crystal is placed in like a socket and it seems like you could pull it out if you wanted.
She's gonna look back at Ilira and Sanillion with her hand like sort of hovering over it.
Yep. Go for it.
And then she's gonna pull it out.
You pull it out, and as you pull it out, the glow softens around the crystal and nothing's glowing anymore.
It's almost, is it a power source?
What mean?
How to explain? Put it back in, then see if the light comes back.
She plugged it in.
The light, it glows. Like the panel that it's sitting in starts to glow yellow along with it.
Okay. So this might be something that's making something else work. I just don't know what or how to access it.
Keffa's gonna grab her scanner and say, maybe this, and start scanning it.
As you start scanning, you get a reading. And it says origins unknown, power source / electricity, origin unknown, but there's like, as it reads a little bit more, it says not from this planet. I don't know if that's Andalite talk, but it gives you that information.
This whole time, y'all has been just beating on the wall.
Give me some attack rolls.
Okay.
Each and the other Hork-Bajir, while they're seeing everybody else do this, she's going to go around and kind of check to make sure no one is actively close to death, and then we are going to establish a perimeter to watch to see if any other bad guys are approaching.
Okay. As you look around at the other Hork-Bajir, they look pretty beat up. Nobody looks like they're dying or anything like that. These Hork-Bajir are all pretty hardy.
Okay. Got one healing spell left. So
I will say Yum Yum still looks pretty beat up.
okay, I'm going to apply that to Yum Yum.
Okay. Y'all roll damage on each one of those as you. Where are you hitting in relation to this socket that the Andalites and Keffa are looking at?
I mean, probably not even close to it. Like, I've just wandered down the wall a little bit and found something that looked like a good place to hit and did that.
Roll it up. All right. So as you smash into this wall, you see one of the rocks. You're about 30 feet away from where they are, and you hit one of these rocks, and it just flies and over all of their heads as they're like kind of leaned down, and you see a glow coming from behind that rock. But as you like are following through with your swing, you hit it, and the crystal just breaks, and lightning shoots out. You take 5 lightning damage.
Oh, I like how the internet let that get through.
Yeah, they wanted you
Lightning
to know
crashed
about the
our
damage.
D&D game.
Y'all, you smash into this crystal, and electricity jolts out at you. The piece of metal you were holding crashes to the ground. You hear the rubble fall in front of you as you see the hole that you've made. It looks just big enough for you to crawl through, but a zzz goes through your bones. You see, the rest of you see as this loud crash hits and the lightning jolts out at y'all. That crystal must have exploded and is gone. It has left this hole here in this wall now.
Keffa!
Y'all, don't break.
Too late.
What do?
Mid hole. And then he tries to walk in the hole.
It's smaller than you. You can like lean down and like just barely get through it, but you can get through it if you want.
Yeah, he'll go in.
All right. As y'all is crawling through, everybody roll me perception checks. Y'all, when your head pokes out the other side, you see you're in this hallway, as Matea called it, and there are these strips of soft glowing yellow on the walls lining this hallway.
Do you want a perception check from me also?
No, you're
Okay.
good. Keffa, as you're like right there, or you kind of look over at him, you notice it first, and Sanillion, you notice it as well. Hang on, let me go to my notes. The holes that are up on the ledges in this chasm are pretty dark. Like, you can't see too far into them. But Sanillion and Keffa, you both see pairs of glowing orbs starting to emerge from these caves that are on the ledges and this up above you. They all move closer towards the edge, and you see that these creatures are the same creatures as Bronk. They're just different shades. Greens and blues mostly, some yellow. Very few like magenta-ish colors, like dark purples and like dark reds. But these creatures come out of the caves that line the chasms as far as you can see. but there's about 10 within 100 feet of you. They start to let out growls.
Was Bronk the only friendly one of these?
Ooh.
Mateo will say, he's the only one that I've ever seen. And I was with him I've been with them for a long time.
This seems problematic. Like, above the table for one quick second. I can't believe you'd kill the dog and then make us fight 10 of the dog.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's really mean.
Y'all, you pop out the other side of this hole and you are now in the hallway.
There directions to go?
There are no, like, you don't see any direction. It just extends either way, and it curves either side. So you can't see, like, anything but the hallway.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, like, stick my head back out the hole and be like, Keffa, new friends each. Safe?
Safe?
Safe in there or safe out here?
In. No guns. No people shoot.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with y'all. I think we go in.
The growls intensify, and then one of them jumps from the ledge, like towards you all.
Gonna try to move his body to like cover, to allow everybody to kind of duck in. He's gonna kind of place himself between like in a place where they can all kind of go behind him and he can defend while they're doing that.
Cool.
Keva's gonna start like grabbing shoulders and saying, "Go in."
Yeah. Sanillion, you step forward as, we'll say, this green one hops down, and this Hork-Bajir that was unnamed before is standing beside you. And I'll say you all impede him while the rest of the people, or while everybody else can take a turn real quick. So what do you guys do as Keffa and Sanillion kind of urge you all?
Yell's already back in, right? He just tucked right back in. He never came out, so.
Yeah, I'll go in as well. I'll stay like just inside the entrance though, because I want to make sure everybody gets in.
I want to help Yum Yum and the other Hork-Bajir as much as I can to get in.
Yum Yum goes in first, right after Ilira, and the next is this Hork-Bajir named Pick. He'll drop down and go in as well. Crunch looks at you each and he nods. You go. I help Sanillion and Ron. There's another unnamed Hork-Bajir.
Okay.
Like, Ron?
Who the fuck is Ron?
Ron.
When did I become Ron?
He's just standing there and he's got a red shirt on.
Hey guys, don't worry about him. He's not gonna be around for a while. You have a last name, guy.
Mondays, am I right?
This Ron over here.
It's chocolate.
The Mondays, am I right, Cappy?
Each do you duck in?
Yeah.
He'll also do the same as Keffa and Matea. Like, get up there. He'll go.
Yeah, Keffa's gonna duck in.
Matea is right behind you. Sanillion, you have this creature in front of you. and a Hork-Bajir by your side. What do you do?
Sanillion's going to tell the Hork-Bajir, go now.
He looks at you and he says, "Run, fight, run strong." And he like leans forward and tries to bear hug this creature. I'm just gonna roll some d20s here. This for Ron. Oh shit. This for the creature. Oh.
No, Ron!
Not Ron.
Bye, bitch.
No.
Ron wraps around him, and this Hork-Bajir, like as he's over top of him, the creature just pushes him with his paws, and he's flat on his ground, and he takes a huge chunk out of his shoulder. What do you do, Sanillion?
Sanillion is going to he just will want to take his tail blade and like kind of move it under the Bronc creature and flip him off, like try to move him off without hurting him. I think he's still very conflicted about whether or not these things are supposed to be fought. So I think he's just going to try to like body him off of this Hork-Bajir named Ron.
Roll strength or athletics. Well, athletics, because it'll be better.
Okay.
It's hard, but you manage to like get his teeth pried away and like him just pushed off enough. And as like he's up, what do you do anything else with your turn?
If I can, it would be something as simple as trying to, with any particular limb, move that Hork-Bajir back towards the entrance of this cave.
I'll say since you have extra attack, you can do that. You can like take an action to do that. Just roll another athletics check to see how well you do.
For sure.
Yeah.
Didn't have to roll another one. Could have just used the same one.
Yeah, you managed to like fin this creature off, this Bronc looking creature with your tail, and like kind of grab the Hork-Bajir with your arms and kind of help him scoot back a little bit. As you do that, Crunch just bounds forward and tries to tackle the Bronc creature.
Which one is Crunch?
He was the one that told you all to go ahead and go in the hole. That's a natural 20.
The captain?
Yeah, the captain of the Bark team. He does manage to tackle this creature off, and he says, "New friend, go. Stay with Keffa."
You should stay with Keffa as well.
We're right behind you.
New friend, come.
Can I roll to see if I believe him?
Yeah.
Great. What do you want me to roll?
Well, I'll let you. Yeah, insight.
What were you gonna say? You would let me roll?
Oh shit, that was too many d20s. I'm taking.
Hey, I'm not gonna beat a 30, my guy.
No, it's not a 30. It's a 9. I'm just gonna say you can roll to see how well he is like at convincing you. So with your 17 insight check, he fully believes it that he will be right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go if he fully believes it.
All right. You make your way through the hole, and Ron is kind of like scooting back with you, and he's at the hole, and he looks back over and he says, "Come on, Crunch." And Crunch pushes away from the Bronc creature and bounds over on all fours, jumps through the hole. Ron is right behind him, and then you hear, and Ron's like, help, Ron. And he reaches his arms out towards you.
Help. So Ron got just snatched by this guy. I'm going to tail pull. My arms are going to be too weak for it. He's just going to try to use his tail to pull him.
All right. Athletics check.
God damn it.
Did you just Artax Ron?
Yeah, I think he did.
Austin,
he's trying
you're
to
a
anyways.
monster.
We did kind of call it.
He's not dying from ennui. He's dying from monster bite.
Yeah, but she's
I think
gonna...
you mean annui.
Yeah.
Anyway, you.
Yeah, but you know how you cure NUI? You cure your ennui with your off-Wii.
Or your Nintendo Wii.
Or your Nintendo.
Or we conquer everything. Nope.
Yeah. Love conquers all.
Sanillion, you push your tail forward, wrap it under his arms, and pull him through. He does have a big chunk out of his leg, and you see these creatures kind of snapping at this hole that you're all in, and they're trying to push their way through.
Yeah, well, Dracon Beam to the wall. Pew pew.
No check needed. You hit the wall, and the wall starts to fall down and close the hole, and you hear just growls outside of it.
Now
And you guys are in a hallway.
Y'all's just gonna start walking down the hallway.
Sanillion will follow him.
I'm going to be just as often as possible. I'm going to be trying to like fix this communication device while also just like following the group.
Give me a technology roll, an arcana.
Arcana.
Dragon.
Arcana. Oh yeah, it's like real country. Arcana.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
What does
My
this
first
thing do?
reaction was like, let me help you with that. And I'm like, that's the wrong game.
Trying to hack into the computer. No, you're not.
No, you're fucking not.
Oh no.
Ilira, you have your tail like using it as a tool and kind of working in this, and you accidentally cut a wrong wire and just sparks fly and it starts smoking.
Fuck.
Y'all's head just whips around.
As we're going down this tunnel, Keffa is like paying attention to the sides of the walls and trying to see like if there's anything. I mean, obviously it's all out of the ordinary to her, but if there's anything specific that she would notice, like to give us sort of a leeway, like tell us where we're going.
Like a candle or a book that you would need to pull down on to open
Or like
a door.
Like an arrow that is pointing, exit this way.
Is there anything that looks like it's on its own cell layer and not painted into the background?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
An arrow that's finger banging to the exit? Is that?
Keffa, you can roll me an investigation check. As you kind of look around, you don't notice anything that directs you any certain way, but just looking around and like kind of searching the walls, you figure out that the strips that are on the wall with the soft glow behind them, these crystals are causing those to glow, and that's what's keeping the lights on in here. But yeah, other than that, there's not too much on these walls to indicate go this way or that.
Okay. Is it just a straight tunnel, or does it have branches off of it?
It's just a straight tunnel.
Well, that would also tell me which way to go as well.
Would. She got you there.
It's just a long tunnel.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking puzzle is this?
He just said, you dummy.
No, trust me. It's fine.
Is there anything else you all want to do in this tunnel as you walk?
Comb my hair.
It's great.
In front of everybody?
No, yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking.
There was a part of was it Yum Yum's leg that was really hurt?
Yeah, Yum Yum, his leg was hurt in the fall.
Okay. Can I talk to the other Hork-Bajir to see if any of them have any additional healing salves or anything like that if they have any of that with them.
The only one that seems to be carrying a bag is Pick. And he like looks through his bag as you ask him, and he will pull out a leaf with a glop of salve in it. I am having this.
So how would that work if I'm out of spell slots?
Yeah, if he gives you this, you basically have a slot to use on that.
Okay. Yeah, can I use that on me?
You are needing healing.
I am needing healing.
Yes, take. And he hands it to you.
Did this yesterday. Okay. 4. I get 4 back. It has been in his bag for too long.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's all out of date.
It's still good. It's still good.
It smells weird.
Yeah.
Smells like ruined peanuts.
Actually, can I talk to Maitea and just be like, so what transpired while you were away?
So much, Ilira. I gotta get to it.
After 30 seconds of contemplative silence, Mr. Monologue.
It's just so much. It's hard to talk about, but I'll tell you. I was hidden in this ship's storage area when I was on the short range communication device with you and Keffa. I heard voices coming, and that's why I had to stop responding. I was locked in this area, and I after that, and I felt it take off. They didn't catch me, and it took me a while to get out, but I managed to use my tail to help open the lock. And she like kind of looks down and then like looks back up to you with her main eyes, and she says, "I had to kill 10 Ged and 3 Hork-Bajir, but I managed to do most of it stealthily, but the rest was pretty hard fought. And by that time, the only thing that I could do was to make a play to help you guys by destroying the ships. Luckily, I was able to get off before too much damage happened. I jumped onto one of the ledges in Father Deep. But Ilira, they have a whole pool set up within a tree to the north of where we are now. Their numbers are far greater than I imagined.
Just kind of hearing that news, I think she's just going to like look into the middle distance and then kind of look over to Sanillion but not say anything.
I'm assuming she said this to like like we all know.
Yeah, was it private? Yeah. Okay, it was everybody.
Whole group. Yeah.
Yeah, Sanillion's looking right back at Ilira. Wheels are turning. He's basically an Andalite frat boy. Not much is going on, but the wheels are turning.
I'm gonna double down and try to fix his communication device as much as I can.
All right. Roll it up. Roll that Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
You manage to undo the damage you did before. You figure out the problem. You reconnect the wires. You stop the smoking. The only thing now that you need is some kind of power supply.
I mean, I have a crystal.
Oh, I think that would probably work.
Hell yeah. We're going to hot potato that shit or plug the wire into the potato.
All right.
As we did in Andalite school when I was growing up.
One more technology roll. That's good enough. It's janky, but you seem to have it put together. And as you get this put together, you all are kind of like coming around part of this hallway, and you do see a brighter light around another curve. You can't see where the light is coming from yet, but you do see that there's a brighter light. Less yellow, more like I guess like a blue tintish light. Yeah, that
computer light.
That computer-ish type light.
Who has warm tone and cool tone lights just strewn about their house? Like
I feel like I do.
Listen,
Monster.
sometimes you go
No.
buy light bulbs and you think you get in the right light bulb and it's the wrong light bulb, and then you just have that happen.
Or like sometimes if you
Barbarians.
install LED lights
Yeah.
and the other lights are from the 90s and you're like,
Yeah.
I just have to live like this.
You have to replace them all.
Yep. No, I have a chandelier thing with multiple things in my like hallway, and my mom gave me bulbs to replace, and one was blue and the rest were yellow, and I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. Will not be doing that.
Anyway,
Sorry for that mid-game conversation.
That was important. We needed to get that out.
Does the bulb light? If the bulb lights, then it's perfect for the room. I don't understand this conversation at all.
Absolutely not.
Tim, you
Every
get
day
it.
that I walk into the kitchen, I'm so mad because it is a warm toned light. Like too warm. It's too warm toned of a light.
It's the same temperature as the rest of the house.
Are your kitchen lights, am I remembering right? Are they the long tube lights too or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I am remembering right. Those are fucking bitch to try and find cool light replacements for.
I don't care. I'm gonna change it out with a whole LED panel. This is not important. Let's get back to the game.
No. let's make sure we figure this
we're
out.
such 30-year-olds.
Yes.
Can we please go through Pick's bag to find our blue light glasses so we don't strain all of our eyes before we go into this room?
You all
We'll all look like we're on the Spice from Dune.
the Hork-Bajir all have nictitating membranes, so they're okay.
Oh yeah, they have blue light nictitating membranes?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
If it was possible to high five all the way to Kentucky, I would high five Austin. for
I
that
would
one.
interrupt it. I would stop it.
Tim, if you go to your right, it'll look
Okay.
like we're out
Okay.
it.
Hold on. No, that's the wrong side.
Other
okay.
right.
Yeah.
One,
All right.
2, 3.
He didn't look at his elbow.
Holy shit.
That was perfection.
Ilira, you feel like this thing will work now?
Cool. Fire it up.
Yeah. Who you just trying to call it the Andalite hotline, like the fleet, like emergency help number?
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna call the
Alright.
Andalite hotline.
Andalite 911. The Andalite operator.
Thank you for calling the Andalite hotline. You are caller number 36. Please hold.
It's Cleo that answers the phone.
If you know the thought speak extension to the party you'd like to reach, think it now.
Oh my god.
But it's spelled THOT, just so it'll fit in the phone number.
The hold music stops, and you hear, "This is an Andalite communications channel. You're transmitting through an unauthorized signal. Please identify yourself."
Hang on. This is Ilira Estroth Askelin. I am on insert Hork-Bajir planet here. I had the designation at one point. Hang on. It's gonna
It's
be
like
cool if I
R or
do.
something. Yeah.
Hang on. I have it. Sorry. This is Ilira Estroth Askelin. I am reporting from planet RG21578-4. We believe the Yeerks have infested the planet, and we are calling for Andalite aid immediately. This is a code red situation. Please send troops immediately. Over.
There's a pause. A little bit of an uncomfortably long pause, like you don't know if they're going to answer back or not. But then a new voice comes through this speaker of this Z-Space transponder. This is War Prince Alaron. Greetings, warrior. Go ahead with the briefing of your situation. What is the... how severe is it?
Private thought speak to Ilira. We know him.
We do know him.
That's good.
You better help us. She's gonna look to Maitea and kind of like invite her to contribute what she just said.
She shakes her head.
What are you doing?
Private thought speak. That's my father.
He doesn't know you're here?
He does. We don't get along well.
I see. It's a delicate situation. All right, so she'll just relay what Ilira told her.
She'll say, just give me a second and maybe I can help. And she seems like she's gathering her thoughts. And as you kind of relay the information she's already told you, Alaron will speak back and they'll say, yes, this is very disturbing news. Ilira, you're one of the only Andalites on that planet at the moment, so I'll let you in on this secret. This top secret information. I've been in communication with Prince Jahim while he's been stationed there. We believe we have necessary measures in place to ensure the Hork-Bajir are not taken. I've not received any message from him within a number of days. Is he with you? At this, Maitea does jump in when he mentions Jahim, and she says, Prince Jahim is a traitor. He let Prince Zero die. He didn't even try to save him. And Alaron will say, Prince Jahim was under strict orders to survive at all costs. He has a fail-safe for that planet. And that voice sounds familiar. Is that you, Maitea? Yes, Father. Prince Alaron. I thought so. Maitea, Prince Zero's death is a tragedy to our people. But we must focus on how we can help the rest of the galaxy. The Yeerks cannot be allowed to take the Hork-Bajir. You must find Prince Jahim and tell him to release the failsafe. If you do this, you will be a hero and you will be allowed to become an heiress. And when you have finished the program, I will have you at my side. I would also see Ilira, and I believe Sanillion is the one that was sent with her. I will see them given the highest honors. Maitea looks to Sanillion and Ilira. And also, her stalk eyes will be on Keffa, but right now she's mostly focused on you two, the Andalites.
Prince Alaron, what is the failsafe?
That is information that I cannot share with you. Prince Jahim will know what to do.
Private thoughts speak to Maitea and Sanillion. We can't trust Jahim. I have a bad feeling about this.
Private thoughts speak back. I too do not like this. And also, how do we contact Jahim?
I agree. She'll just say, I agree as well, and I will not help that coward.
He is a coward with a ship, though. And that might be helpful.
She nods at that.
What should I say?
how do we contact him? And then we certainly will not go and find him and take his ship by force and use it to do our own thing. Certainly not.
She smiles with her eyes.
Matea too.
How do we get in contact with Prince Jaheim?
He does have a short-range communicator. I can give you his frequency. The last time I talked with him, he did say that the Yeerks were monitoring transmissions. So it may be harder for him to communicate. I'm not sure the whole situation there, other than what he's told me and what you all have just told me. Do you have scanners?
Yes.
Try monitoring the same way that the Yeerks are. And if you see a signal that is that stands out among the rest of them, that may be him and may give you an idea where he's at. I haven't talked to him, like I said, in a few days.
Very well. Is there any other information we need to know?
I'm sending troops to assist you and Prince Jaheim. I will make it there when I'm finished with my current task on the Taxon homeworld.
Do you have an estimation of time?
I can get troops there within the next cycle.
Kaycie knows what that is.
In metric, it's like 2 months, 2 Earth months is what a cycle is. He said within that time. So vague. Very vague.
I would like to reiterate the seriousness of the situation. A lot of Hork-Bajir have been taken. I propose, if I may, to prioritize sending assistance as soon as possible.
Give me a persuasion roll. With advantage because Matea says, "Father, please." We may have other troops in closer to the sector. I will reach out and have them redirected to your location. It will still take a little bit of time, but not nearly as much. There's much to be done. You three, do your best to hold the planet, find Prince Jaheim, and stop those Yeerk filth.
Roger that.
Private thought speak just to Ilira and Matea. Yes, of course. We should hold the planet while Prince Jaheim does what?
Matea says, "Fuck off."
I believe I agree with that.
Stand strong, Andalites. And the communication disconnects.
Ilira's tail is just lashing in anger.
When you do that, Sanillion will just kind of like bump your tail with his own and just kind of give you like an Andalite eye smile and then just a really quick like, good job.
She'll kind of lightly punch you on the arm and just keep walking forward.
So while all this was going on, y'all got really bored listening to the words. And so he just carved that into the wall while he was standing there listening. It says y'all was here.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, I was trying to not do this, but I have to turn off the garage light again. So I'll be right back.
Austin was like, "Stop asking questions. I'm gonna pee my pants."
Okay, well, I have a question.
He has to comb his hair again.
Yeah. What's the question?
How much of that was the transmitter thing? Was that all out loud?
The transmitter, I believe, was out loud, right?
I was curious how much of it was being heard by, like, y'all and each. I mean, y'all, I know, didn't hear much of it, but each and Yum Yum and the other Hork-Bajir.
I think all of Prince Aloran's side of it would be.
Yeah, I think
right?
only
and then,
the things that you guys said was private.
Okay.
Right, because we would have, at least Sanillion would have been, unless specified, talking to our group.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
That's one of those where I wanted to make sure, like, each only has the information she's supposed to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get into that same, like, because I have to remember now that I know all of that except for the parts that Maitea only said to Ilira.
Right.
Like,
right.
And I don't remember exactly where those parameters were.
That's the joy of being y'all. He wasn't going to pay attention to any of that, so it's better that I missed all of it.
Yeah, the communicator was all out loud, and Maitea, if she was private thought speaking, it was not just to Ilira, it was to the group as well. Leaving out the people that she doesn't know is basically the 3 Hork-Bajir and the 2 Andalites, the party. That's who she would be talking to. Okay.
Is that where you're going to end it?
No.
Because that was the second half of the first episode, or are we
That
going
was
to
the
keep
second half of the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we still got a little bit more for this, so.
Okay.
You all keep moving forward?
Do we hear anything with the transition from warm light to cool light?
Drums in the
deep. Roll me perception checks as you move a little bit closer.
May all of us do that?
Yes.
Yay. Where did it go?
17 is a popular number today. Ooh, that's a great.
Nice, y'all.
Is Austin going to let me have it?
Dark vision. You said
is he
it's
muted?
for
He's
hearing.
muted.
It's for hearing.
It's for hearing, so yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jenna.
You all...
the exact same roll I got last time.
You ever
It is
ringing in your
exact
ear?
same.
What is going on with Roll20? Something's up.
I feel like it's not as randomized as it thinks it is.
Yeah, the algorithm's fucked.
The exact... you talked about this moment in the last episode where your adrenaline was going, and it's now starting to wear off, and you have like a ringing in your ear, so it's hard to hear.
Each is in bad shape. Like, in addition to like physically in bad shape, she's also emotionally wrecked. Like, I am fully on board with she's paying. That's why I asked about what was said out loud, because I was like, I feel like she's absorbing and paying attention to none of this.
Yeah.
How bad off are you?
I'm at 11 out of 38, but I mean Jenna's at 8 out of 34. So
that sounded like a bit. How hurt are you?
How hurt? If I were to put a number on it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna shoot both of you back to darts with my last 2 charges. Because that's what I do when I'm frustrated.
So then I started
I
blasting.
shoot my friends.
We're just walking down the hallway and we both feel a little boom boom.
All right, for each 8 plus
Yay.
3 is 11, and then for Keffa 5 plus 3 is 8.
Thank you.
Ilira, you hear like an electric hum of machines, like a sound that you're familiar with from being on like around Andalite technology. Just that soft hum of like a computer or a screen. But y'all hears skittering, and it's very, very faint. Like something moving around in the upcoming room.
So y'all is at sort of the front of the pack, and he's just gonna hold his arm out, and he's gonna be like, Movement. Creatures. And then he's gonna, like, kind of peek his head up and slowly wander up.
As you kind of peek around, y'all, around like this curved corner, you do see that the light is coming from a bigger room. And it's like there's a screen that illuminates blue. I don't know that you know what those words mean, but that's what y'all see.
Somebody forgot to turn off the TV. No. Yeah, he'll slowly wander in and just kind of look back to make sure nobody else is following him in.
Is anybody following him in?
Yeah, I think Keffa's gonna like try and stick to the shadows and slink in behind him just to keep an eye and make sure nothing goes wrong.
Sanillion has stayed at the back of the pack and is trying to cover everybody. So unless everybody goes in, Sanillion's kind of making sure all of the ducklings are moving in the correct direction.
All right. Keffa, roll a stealth check. You're kind of hidden behind y'all, peeking out as he kind of walks into. What you all see as you walk into this room is where'd that go? Oh yeah, the same kind of screen that your scanner has. You kind of see these on different machines around this room. You see different kind of containers that are made of glass and just different jars with liquids filled in them. There's like cool boxes that'll have like a mist coming, like a cold mist coming off of them, which is basically a cooler. You see a big table in the middle of this room, and like an operating table. You see small glass tanks that are hooked up to these machines. You see large glass tanks that are hooked up to these machines. You see one massive glass tank that's hooked up to a machine with a creature in it, a Jubba Jubba monster.
Okay, so the Jubba Jubba monster's not moving?
It's not moving. It's just floating in this tank with its eyes closed.
Well, yeah. Y'all is going to slowly move up, but, like, afraid the Jubba Jubba monster is going to pop out of him, so...
Yeah, as you, like, move up and, like, kind of around the Jubba Jubba and watch it, it does not move. It just floats there.
Then he's really just going to wander around. Like, no clue what he's taking in, but he's just going to wander around the room.
Yeah, Keffa's going to go and investigate a screen.
All right. Mateo will also start to slink in the room and, like, look around the corner at you all. You guys can give me investigation checks if you're looking around, Keffa, at this screen in particular. Keffa, as you like look into the screen, the writing looks unfamiliar, but there are pictures beside some of the writing. There is like a picture of a Jubba Jubba monster, and there's like these different green bars beside it that keep going up and down. If you want to roll a intelligence check to try to figure out what those bars might mean.
Is the map supposed to be shown on the stream?
Nope. I'm not risking it.
Okay.
With that, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what it means. But as you kind of still look through, you see a picture of a Chadu. You see a picture of a Laderthak. You see a picture of like the Bronc creatures, all with those bars to the side of them.
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, are you going into the room?
Yeah.
In fact, if Keffa saw either any of the Andalites walk up, she would be like, do you know what information?
Yeah, I'll walk up to your screen and take a look.
I feel like hearing Keffa be that like worked up would pull each out of whatever zoned out she was in and kind of like look in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ilira, you can give me an investigation check as well. And like each as you kind of like peek in, you see y'all walking around, and you see each Matea and Ilira kind of standing over this computer. Ilira, you see the same thing that Keffa has seen, and you see those bars, and they look like they're monitoring like their vitals and health and things like that. You think that just based on that, like you looking around and kind of searching through these files, you think that these beings, like whatever is on the screen, these beings are somewhere in this facility.
And by that you mean like there's other tanks suspended with the creatures listed in the directory?
Yes.
Okay. What are they doing with these creatures? Was Zero doing any work like this?
No, he did research the creatures and the different plant life around this planet, but now that some things are making a little bit of sense, he had suspicions about the creatures. He thought that there was something strange about them, but he was working on trying to figure that out.
Yeah, Keffa's gonna take out the scanner and start comparing what she knows is in the scanner to what she sees on the screens.
And like, what are you trying to figure out with that? Just if they compare, if they're the same?
Yeah, if they're the same, any sort of differences she can note.
Just comparing like the Bronc creature and the other one. Actually, give me a technology roll as you start this.
Ooh, Arcana. Not my strong suit.
You don't have a lot of information on the animals listed here other than the Chadu and Bronc, but those look very similar. They look like these are the creatures. Like there's no difference in the ones that are here and the ones that are out there. They pretty much compare exactly like any animal would to another animal of the same species. Pick does walk in the room and kind of meander around with y'all and follow him.
Is that the one that's directly behind me?
Yep.
Okay. What y'all is? I mean, let's just be honest. Y'all is traveling in the fourth dimension right now. He has no clue what is going on. No clue what any of this means. Bright lights, big colors. He's in another universe.
As you're like in this other universe, Pick's hand like grabs your shoulder, and he says, "Yo,
Pick.
This place is seeming strange.
Very.
We look around."
Yeah.
And he'll start to like look around, and he'll help you look around if you want to look around, and give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can I meander with them?
Yeah. You want to look around too?
Yeah, I'm just like honestly just following around the group, and if they are going off, Sanillion will just kind of meander with them.
I'm just putting you right here, but you can put yourself wherever you want.
No, I want you to move. Remember, I need the full service. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Y'all, your eye pains you a little bit, and even with the flat roll, it's you don't notice anything more strange than this room already is to you.
So,
I was just gonna say, Sanillion, you want to roll perception check?
Yeah, let me.
Walk
Lammy.
around the corner here.
You have advantage.
Visual? Is it visual?
Yeah.
Then I believe I do, but I can let yes. Yes, I do.
That is not a 24. Do that all the time. That was a flat roll. I don't know why it rolled 2.
420 blaze it.
Nice.
Sanillion, you do notice one of these, like a desk that sits kind of in the corner, kind of move, and you notice that there's a creature or something behind it.
Hello?
It doesn't answer. It just, you see it like duck down a little bit more. Like you can clearly see that it's behind this counter, this desk or whatever.
And then to the group and this creature, fuck it, because he thinks it's just like a wild animal at this point since it ignored him. He's like, there is a strange creature behind the desk here.
You see Crunch and Ron both like ready themselves. Crunch like leans against a desk that's by him because his foot's hurt.
It seems to think it is hidden by the terminal, but it is not hidden by the terminal.
I feel like each would go to like try and get Yum Yum to like sit down on one of the rolling chairs, and like as they went to like it would slide out from underneath, and they'd both be just startled and like just standing there like not wanting to touch anything, not wanting to go anywhere, and just not moving.
Sorry, I'm clumsy.
It's okay.
Okay, so the creature's in front of Sanillion?
It's like at this desk over here. It's just hiding behind it. And now that he points it out, you can see like these green kind of feathers sticking above the desk. And it moves a little bit more when Sanillion says that last thing that he said, and it knocks over the monitor that's on the desk, and it like you can see its full head. Sanillion, since you spotted it first, what you see, the first thing that you notice about this head is the glitter like diamonds that are of its eyes that are lit from within. They're intense and they're dazzling, and it kind of blinks, and that's when you're like able to take yourself out of like the mesmeration of its eyes.
I'm gonna roll with it.
Thanks.
I'm mesmerized.
Yeah. But knowing it's caught now, it kind of stands up and comes out from behind, and then you can see the rest of its body. It has 4 legs, 2 elongated arms that stick out of the front, and a pair of short wings on its back. It's about 3/4 of as high as you are, like as high as you stand. So basically the size of a regular Andalite. And it has vibrant emerald green skin, and parts of its body are covered in bright yellow feathers. Each, as it kind of steps out, and you notice it as well, you kind of notice that it resembles a Chadu, as the Chaduin sits on your shoulder. This is its token I found on the internet. did some color into it.
Bird of fur. Sanillion will be doing nothing to this thing. He'll have his tail blade like kind of half ready, but he's really assumed that this thing is quite simple because it was hiding behind the terminal and thought it was hidden, but it was not hidden. So he's just like, just could just be a creature.
I do not mean you any harm.
I'll come over at that point. After I heard the monitor crash, I'll be walking over. Can I move my...
the tension of I'm not going to cause you any harm in Sanillion's body of like shoulders going up and everything going to the ready, and then the Ilira comes over and is just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, can I move my?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like what? Who? What?
I am an Arn. This is my home.
Sorry, my brain. Is your name Arn?
No. My name is Quadzinicon.
And this is your scoop?
No, it is not a scoop. It is a cave that we have made out of the chasm of rock of what the Hork-Bajir, and as he like looks over your all shoulder and sees the rest of the Hork-Bajir, call Father Deep.
Part of Father Deep?
Yes.
How live through monsters?
Give me either persuasion or intimidation.
Oh.
As he like looks around at everybody. I will tell you anything you need to know. Please do not hurt me, Hork-Bajir. He kind of like slinks back down towards the desk.
Many monsters in Father Deep.
Correct.
How not dead?
They will not attack me or any Arn. Only those that travel into Father Deep that are not supposed to be.
You are supposed to be here?
Yes, we are the original inhabitants of this planet. We've created the monsters, as you call them.
Why create monsters?
To keep the Hork-Bajir away from Father Deep.
Made monsters to kill us?
Yes.
I feel like he's just going to take a few steps towards him at that point.
Oh, no. Please do not hurt me.
Okay, for you to hurt friends and clan?
He looks at the Andalites. Please do not allow your friend to hurt me. I will tell you whatever you wish to know. We did not make them to just hurt you out of nowhere, Hork-Bajir. Only if you came too close to Father Deep.
Keffa's going to put a hand on each's shoulder and sort of walk forward just a little bit and say, Hork-Bajir never hurt until now.
That is by design.
Explain.
He looks a little bit apprehensive now that like he's kind of getting surrounded a little bit more. Ilira, you can roll a persuasion check. Aneared.
Inured.
You will not like what I have to say, please. Please don't make me say it to them.
May I try a thing?
Yeah.
I think Sanillion is just going to start to like move into his space a little bit, and his tail blade's just going to creep up a hair, but he's just going to very calmly say, an Andalite warrior is one who listens without emotional attachment. I believe you can say whatever you need to tell us, and we will discern our reaction from the information that is given. It's very level, very chill wording. The body language does not match.
Yeah, it's intimidating. Roll that.
Sanillion straight up looks like a bouncer you're about to get thrown by if you say the wrong fucking thing.
I love it.
12 is enough for him. He slinks down. Oh, okay. I will say it. We made the Hork-Bajir, the Arn. We designed them to not be violent.
Sanillion's just looking at Ilira now. He has no idea where to go with this.
Yeah, Keffa is looking back and forth at Sanillion and Maitea and Ilira.
What does he mean? Yeah, Matea's getting more angry too.
This stupid. Nobody make y'all.
That is also by design.
You're stupid?
No, you are.
What? Cocks of elbow
This
blade.
bitch.
Yeah,
Oh no! As you cock your wrist blade or whatever back.
Do that Henry Cavill like punch.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Load
so
your
cool.
guns.
Yeah. I love seeing him do that.
Oh, it's so good.
Does Austin ever just say something that's so quick it surprises you? Because I just had that moment. Like, I didn't even know how to react because that was so quick right back at
I gotta
me.
tell you, the first and only time I think it's happened to me specifically was when it was I was born ready. I was there when you were born and you fucking weren't. It was so quick.
So amazing.
So good.
It got me so hard.
Yeah, I just had that moment super hard. He's like, no, you are. I'm like, arr. Blah.
It's hard to come back from.
Yeah, it is.
This little bird just called me dumb.
And he can't even fight us.
The Arn needed someone. We needed a people to bring this planet back from the brink of death. And that is why we made them.
You created a race to serve you?
They do not serve us. They serve this planet.
Private thoughts speak to our group and not the Arn. Like, I do not understand why this feels extremely wrong, but it is wrong.
Bugman's stupid. Hork-Bajir eat bark. We know serve planet.
Private thoughts speak to y'all. Bugman is stupid.
You eat the bark to serve the planet.
I eat the bark to not be hungry. You
Yes.
dumb.
Crunching, and Ron nod, and then like Pick sees them and he starts nodding as well. Yum Yum is, yeah, you dumb. You fuck. You don't fuck.
Boy, that's
Don't fuck.
May I leave?
No.
Right then, as they all say that, y'all's like, yeah.
No.
Keffa's gonna like walk forward and sort of like crouch down a little bit at eye level, and she's gonna be like, create Hork-Bajir to serve planet. Okay. Y'all different. Each different. Keffa, I different. Now you serve planet.
Oh. You are seer, aren't you?
Keffa different.
A flaw. Mateus steps forward and puts a blade to his throat. Different. Please do not kill me.
Serve planet.
Yes.
Make monsters serve planet. Hork-Bajir hurt. Monsters should help. Control monsters, so help.
I can do that as long as you don't kill me.
No. Hork-Bajir, no kill.
Keffa just sort of smiles and like steps away.
Oh. Yes, I need to work to do that. And he starts to move towards one of the monitors, like backing away from this group.
Sanillion's gonna start to move with him and just very like, I would love to observe, like just being like very overtly friendly now, but he's like crowding this guy still with his body, but he's like, fantastic. I would like to observe.
He'll like watch you as he like starts to press the keys on his desk. I can make one person in control. As he like starts to go through, is there anybody you prefer? And just as a disclaimer, I can only control the monsters in my area.
Y'all raises his hand. That he wants to be in control.
He looks around. Really? Him? He starts to type again and like looks around. Okay.
Sanillion just has stock eyes going between y'all and Keffa, and then y'all and Keffa, and just like, all right.
Ilira's just like crossed her arms and she's just watching this all go down just like with an Andalite smile on her eyes.
Keffa's gonna sit back and look around and say, how big? Nope. Where your area reach?
I just watched How Big Is Your Area across the display screen.
The TikTok wrote itself.
This is the center of my area. It extends 10 clicks each direction. Further than that are other Arn territory.
How many of you are there?
Oh, countless. We are a whole race that lives under Father Deep.
Play Metal Tree to contact others. Make help.
I'm afraid that if I contact them, they will flee. They will not help. It is in our nature.
They won't serve planet?
I believe they think that they are. Or they have already done their part.
If they know help, planet die.
They will simply move.
Move where?
Off the planet.
To where?
Wherever we can find. We are not a widespread spacefaring race, but we have the capability. We're actually biological engineers.
Somebody's gonna say no to y'all taking control of this stuff, right?
I don't think anyone
Like
is.
I just assumed that somebody was gonna shoot me down when I said that.
Y'all leading a horde of monsters.
A pack
sounds
of monsters? That
exactly-
sounds amazing.
It sounds exactly what each wants
Keffa's
right
like,
now.
Yeah. Flying into rages? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are
This was the
perfect
wildest
person.
way. Right? This is the wildest way to know Tim's bit, is to make him follow through.
I know, right? I like the bit was I was gonna raise my hand and somebody's gonna be like, nope, and I was just gonna put my hand back down
Instead.
instead.
Now you are king of the monsters.
This is very I've got a jar of dirt energy right now.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Beastmaster.
Mateo will say, Quazakakakan, whatever your name is, why don't you just start from the beginning?
Gesundheit.
Wait, now hang on. Would you just throw for us the name in chat just so I can like
So you can destroy it different ways. Is that-
so I can destroy it differently? Because that blew whatever pronunciation I might have had out of my mind. Because now it's just Quackakakakon the whole time.
know-
Chaka Khan.
You know, she is definitely pronouncing it wrong from what he
Yeah.
said.
I know, that's the problem. That's all I've
I'm
got
pretty
now.
sure it's an expletive in at least 3,000 alien languages.
I don't know if me putting it in that chat helps.
Which chat did you put it in?
The Seize These Nuts Discord.
Oh, okay.
Is it Quatzinicon?
Yes. It did help. Mateo will say, tell us what happened. Why did you make the Hork-Bajir? He'll go into a story. Feel free to jump in with questions along the way. He'll say, long ago, while my peepers,
My peepers.
A little froggies.
All my peeps.
long ago,
No, Tone Around got way more than this. Let's go. Come on.
That would be so mean, Tim. Why would we make fun of Austin for a simple mistake?
I'm
A
already
slight
in the
slip of the
doghouse.
tongue.
A slight slip of the tongue. We would
The
never do
dead
something
dog
so
house.
mean to Austin.
I was about to say, did you really do that on purpose, Austin? Did you say that you're in the doghouse?
You motherfucker.
Long ago, my peeps were exploring our moons. An asteroid hit our planet.
That's so
good.
cute that a bird race would call them their peeps. Oh.
Keeping it. It destroyed most of the life here on our planet. It created these chasms.
Hold on. You didn't even catch the time you did it yesterday, did you?
He did not.
Yeah, you just rolled right on through it, and I'm like, I'm
Oh,
not
he
stopping
did.
him.
I caught up
I'm
on
not-
Hork-Bajir Chronicles. It's an ongoing thing.
Oh, is it?
It's happened
Also,
several-
I love that this Arn is so flustered We have caused so much psychic damage to this poor bird that it's just like I can't.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Help me! Help me! My wings broken.
Well, the asteroid that hit our planet created these chasms that the Hork-Bajir called Father Deep. And we took solace here. We made these caves, this crevice, our home, in hopes to save ourselves if any such catastrophe happened again. But the air on the planet wasn't sustainable for life. There was very little oxygen. So we used what we knew, and we planted trees to provide oxygen so the planet will be inhabitable again. However, because of our fear, we could not tend to the trees. And because we are masters of biological innovation, we created a new ecosystem. Even though we did not live on the surface, we wanted to keep the planet alive because it was ours. So to tend to the trees, we created the Hork-Bajir. The only species that was left that did survive was the Chadu. So they inhabited the forest with them. These were created by us before the incident. And like I told you before, we created the creatures of Father Deep to keep the Hork-Bajir away. We did not want them to know of our existence. We wanted them to take care of the trees, and that's it. We normally give the commands to the creatures in Father Deep from these computers. But I can give you something, and he looks to y'all, that will allow you to do it mobily. And we do not attack the Hork-Bajirs on a whim. It is only when they get too close. He starts to like pull up a screen, and he says, "This is the Jubba Jubba is what the Hork-Bajir call it." And he like shows you a picture of the Jubba Jubba, the Chadu, the Lardathak. The Hork-Bajir haven't seen this creature, and it's a picture of the Bronc creatures. They're called Bounders. They patrol Father Deep and tunnel systems on the ledges. He looks to the three Andalites. Your species is not of our make, but I do know of one other of you. An Andalite is what you're called. The other Andalite would sneak in to Father Deep, not in my sector, in another, and he threatened an Arn to use their technology. He looks around and he says, I would like your word that you will not kill me after I tell you what I'm about to tell you.
Who is this other Andalite?
I do not know his name. A male Andalite.
Continue.
He has forced our people to make a quantum virus to stop the other species that has invaded this planet, the Yeerks. The Yeerks take over creatures' bodies, their minds. This Andalite did not want the Hork-Bajir to fall prey to these, or to fall to these Yeerks, because they would be too dangerous. So he created a quantum virus to eliminate the Hork-Bajir. And as you can see, my people are frail. There was nothing he could do to defend himself. He had to do what the Andalites said, or he would be dead.
Sometimes you're better off dead.
Oh.
What does this virus do?
If released into the air or near Hork-Bajir, they will contract the virus, and it will slowly deteriorate them. It will be mostly painless. It is also very contagious. If one Hork-Bajir that is infected comes in contact with another Hork-Bajir, they will most likely be infected.
This is the failsafe.
Jahim is a traitor.
At minimum, Jahim is a traitor, if not others.
War Prince Alaron. He knew about the failsafe. We have to stop him.
We do. And we have to stop the Yeerks.
How stop poison?
I'm afraid for my life that your lives would be forfeit if the virus was let loose. There is no cure.
There is no antidote?
No.
A species that biologically engineers did not think to make an antidote to a quantum virus, which is a living thing that could potentially mutate?
The cure that we could think of for the quantum virus is just to make another quantum virus. But once released, it would be very difficult to release another virus to fight that virus. It's not that it can be done, or it can't be done.
Who controls the virus?
The virus is not controlled after it is let loose. It is in a container, and it will act on its own.
Where's the container?
I believe Prince Jahim has that. It was not made here.
Do you know where Prince Jahim is?
I do not. I may be able to find out.
Do that.
He finishes the coding for this little bracelet that he'll hand to y'all. And he'll say, this will control the monsters.
Y'all is not paying attention because he's carving "Y'all was here" into the wall again, so he has to be told to turn around and take the bracer.
Turn around.
What I can do, and he'll like type into his computer again and pull up a screen, and you see what looks like vision, like of a creature, like a first person view. A lot of the Chadu are equipped with optical sensors and can be viewed from this screen here. So we can move through different viewpoints to try to find him. It may take a while.
Do it.
Yes. And he goes back down to his computer and starts to work. anything you guys want to do in the meantime?
Y'all immediately starts fidgeting with the bracer.
If she sees that, Keffa's gonna grab his arm and tap the bracer and say, y'all, they like us. We same. Only use if have to.
Y'all was not paying attention for any of that conversation, by the way. He has no idea what's going on. He barely sort of half understands what he's got in the bracer. So the stakes are not
Well
there.
done.
Yeah.
What that?
It sounds like somebody's playing drums.
Like symbols.
Yeah, just straight
Yeah.
symbols.
Was it mine?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's running water.
Oh, the pipes.
It literally sounds like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys, we made the Hork-Bajir, see?
I already almost choked to death earlier. Please let's not continue that.
Oh, so good.
Anybody got anything?
Unless we can like use Keffa's scanner to also try and find Jaheim. I don't know if that's how that works, but
It is a multi-purpose device, so you could use the scanner to like look for signals.
worth a try.
Yeah. Who wants to take point on that? I think Keffa has the scanner. Do you have a scanner too, Ilira?
I don't recall.
I thought so.
I think I might actually, because I think
These-
Jaheim gave us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
All
so.
right, we'll go with
So
that.
you guys can both do it.
Yeah.
Across the streams.
I say that's Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just can't.
Ilira, as you start on yours, you see the screen. Man, these damn scanners and screen cracks. It's been happening to you all the time. As you take it out, you see that the screen is cracked after you fell. So it's just a little bit. It still works. It's just a little bit more slow going.
You have to
I'm gonna
turn it
smack this
sideways to get the keyboard to work.
Yeah,
Otherwise
I'm
it's-
smacking it. I'm like blowing in it. Like,
Oh my God, Kaycie,
I can't blow
exactly.
it. I don't have a mouth. Fuck.
It's exactly like the phone you used to have in college with the keyboard that never.
Keffa, as you're kind of scanning and looking through everything, you're monitoring the different frequencies that will be traveling through the planet and radio shit. Matea's like looking around and she starts to pull like objects off the table and kind of looks at it. And I gotta find my fucking place again. Dude, what'd you do, bro? I've completely lost my place. I'm sorry. Hang on. Here
Oh
it is.
no.
She like picks up an object and kind of like looks at it. It has like a moon and a crescent moon to the side of it. They don't connect, but the center moon kind of spins around inside the crescent moon. And she looks at it, and like as you're scanning, she holds it up to you. Look at this thing, Keffa.
What is?
I don't know. Hey, Quinchakin, what is this thing? That he like looks over his shoulder. Is a Exilia device. It can store your consciousness. He kind of walks over to it. Would you like to see how it works?
Keffa's gonna.
he like reaches up as like Matea holds it out and spins it, and then slowly grabs one of your hands, Keffa, and moves it to the device. And as you both touch it, it spins, and it like sends a warm tingle through the tips of your fingertips up your body. And he says, "There, it is activated for both of you. You may record memories and thoughts into this, and a copy out of it will be stored inside the device. As long as it is functional, a creature can view what you were thinking, what you were feeling, like you were there." He goes back to work.
Keffa's just gonna look at Matea. And she is thinking of everything.
So is Matea. Everything that she's been through with you and all the rest of the Hork-Bajir, Zero. Everything up till now. And that's when you notice, Keffa, not a signal from anywhere in Father Deep or an Andalite coded signal, but you notice that the signal that Ilira had sent earlier was intercepted. The Yeerks are on their way.
Friends. And she's gonna like run over to Ilira and Sanillion and drag Matea with her.
What is it?
So, they know.
Fuck.
We have to go.
Promptly.
Go where?
Not here.
I'm going to turn to the Arn and say, do you have a ship?
I do not.
Where do you go? Be safe.
I am in no danger from the Yeerks. Once we learned of them, we have installed a gland behind our ears that if the Yeerks try to infest us, they will be killed, and we will be killed in the process.
Don't like you.
He turns back to the computer.
Have you found Jaheim yet?
I have not. You may take a look if you'd like.
She's gonna like bodily shove him out of the way and get on there.
Falls to the ground. Oh no! Please don't.
Yeah.
You can roll a technology roll.
Can I use my inspiration for this?
Yes.
Where's that
didn't even
motherfucker?
need to.
You, as you're searching through, it's a Chadu that is far away, but you see through the optical sensors, Jaheim look over his shoulder as he's like kind of at Father Deep and just take off back into the forest. He was like at the edge of Father Deep and he's running. The Chadu does follow him and he ends up going to a scoop, but this scoop looks temporary. It doesn't look like he's staying here. You can get the coordinates though.
Yes, please.
You got him. With a crit, you find a file titled Young Andalite.
Ew.
It looks like a recording.
Sorry.
Say ooh.
Yeah. Can you play the recording, please?
You can.
Jaheim's gonna get canceled for this one. That's all I'm saying.
Who all is watching this as Ilira pulls up this video? Sanillion, Matea, Keffa. Not y'all. He's carving his name in another thing. What about each?
No, I think after being pissed at the bird, she would have just kind of walked away.
Okay. There's a young Andalite running through the forest. His eyes are wide and dilated. Keffa, you recognize this Andalite as Barafin. He's running unnaturally fast, even for an Andalite, even through the tough ground of the Hork-Bajir home planet. The optical sensor of the Chadu follow him from the sky. And when he finally slows down, he looks exhausted. He looks over his shoulder and sees smoke billowing through the forest. He drops to his knees and is barely able to hold his body up. There's no sound on the video, but his ears flicker and he perks back up and begins to look around, his stalk eyes moving in all directions. A bright light illuminates from above, and what looks similar to a shredder beam shoots down and hits him before he can run. It doesn't shred him apart, though. His body just falls limp to the ground. And then a ship lands nearby, and creatures scurry out of the ship. There looks to be two different types of creatures. One is similar to large insects with 14 legs and 6 sets of antennae jutting out of the top of their heads. The other creature, which there's only one of, is gray skin and has a large head with 2 huge beady black eyes. It stands on 2 very slender legs. The creature is a little smaller than the first. They gather up Barafin, bring him onto the ship, and take off again. The Chadu watches from the top of the canopy as they leave the atmosphere.
As soon as she saw Barafin on the video, Keffa's hand shoots out to Matea's, and she's turned around trying to get y'all and Each's attention so they'll see it too.
Yeah, if you guys come over, you catch the tail end of that. Barafin being loaded up.
His new friend. Where is new friend? Is he in box?
Taken away.
Taken where?
Don't know.
Is he safe?
Don't know.
Keffa, your scanner starts beeping as the signal of the Yeerk ships is getting closer faster.
Need to leave.
Now. Need to leave.
Barafin.
So we saw Jaheim, but we don't know where he is still.
You have the coordinates of where that
Okay,
was.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Right
It's
north.
like north, like far north.
Where can we get a ship?
Would you share that information with us, or would you keep that?
Where Jaheim is?
Bird. Birdmen have ship.
Birdman said he did not have this particular Birdman did not have a ship. Ilira, they are coming with ships.
We take ship.
We take ship.
I would love that. We aren't in the shape to take the ships right now.
We have Jubba Jubba.
Monsters.
We take ship.
I'm gonna turn back to the Arn and be like, "Can you heal us?"
Not in time. Not
She's
before
gonna
they get
turn away
here.
from him.
Hork-Bajir's stupid, but I was able to heal people fast.
God. Keffa's gonna turn to Maitea, and squeeze her hand and say, "What do?"
She looks around everybody and she'll say, I think we fight another day. At least right now, we regroup, get more help, and then take the ships.
Together.
And unless anybody has any objections, you guys can flee.
As we're walking out, though, as everybody, as the last Hork-Bajir is out, Keffa's gonna turn around to this Arn and say, "Why not just share planet? Keep all safe."
We were afraid.
Cowards. Got it. And just walk out and leave.
We were in the Orange Chamber, a new Arn. Shinoqua had told me there would be other Arn, but he had cut all communication off with them. He had been hiding behind the desk like a coward, this Arn. I took the time that the others were hearing the stories that I had already heard to make sure to stay close to y'all. When the time was right, I would make him mine, but now was not that time. Not when there was a quantum virus threatening to wipe out my conquest. Yes, this was my conquest. Actor would rise for this, but I have done the work. I will go with him. It should be me, I thought to myself.
Now Simtaf wanting power for Simtaf. Just like Actor.
Had I thought that to pick? I must have. I needed to concentrate. I needed a plan, but that would have to come later. For now, I would stay with these Hork-Bajir, pretend to be loyal to them. There were too many prying Andalite eyes to infest anyone. The Andalites would also make good hosts. I was more infatuated with the raw power of y'all, and my preparations with Shinoqua had been made with Hork-Bajir in mind. But maybe I could use y'all to get to them. For now, these Andalites needed to stop the virus. I would help them and also warn my people so we could plan accordingly. I did notice something interesting, though. Keffa and this new Andalite, Maitea, took an item from the arm which he called the Exilia device. Shinoqua had not told me about these. It stored their memories, their consciousness. What did that mean? What could be done with a device that was capable of that? I would ask Shinoqua more about these when I had the chance. Everyone eventually walked over to watch a recording of a young Andalite being taken by the Skritna. They had no idea that I knew about the Skritna or what they were, and I didn't tell them. Y'all was pulled over, and I followed. As I was walking, I felt something tap my right claw and felt a warm, tingly sensation shoot up Pick's arm. I looked down to see what it was. It was the Exilia device.
What that feeling?
Pick asked. It must be some sort of biolock. The arm can use DNA to code objects to specific creatures, so no other beings can use them. Pick paused, but eventually he said,
Simtaf not understanding either.
Pick was learning too much.
As you do this, as you all flee, you escape from any Yeerk scouts or ships that have headed to that location. You do rejoin the tribes. Keffa, Unos is back at the tribe tree. Chieftain Brower was lost in the fight. The shrapnel from the exploding ships killed him. He stayed valiantly through the whole fight and protected the great tree, the whole tribe. But at the end, he fell. When you get back, the Hork-Bajir rally around you. They present you with the chieftain's leaf mane. And they vow to follow Keffa. You fortify the Hork-Bajir people. You and the Andalites and the tribes that you collect become a force to be reckoned with. You fight the battle for the Hork-Bajir planet. As the seasons change and change again, you all do acquire a ship. However, any attempts to find Jaheim, even with his coordinates, only come with close calls. He always manages to escape you, but you stay on his trail. There are always other things to take care of, Keffa, and you manage to rally other great tree tribes to your cause. And while you save many Hork-Bajir, you can't save them all. The tides are slowly but surely tipping in the Yeerk's favor, and your numbers dwindle. Andalites arrive, and they help stall the invasion. They work alongside you. Still, the Yeerks are slowly winning. When you run out of great trees to get to, and all hope of winning seems lost, Ilira intercepts a transmission. It's a call from War Prince Alaron, Scimitar, Karas, aboard an Andalite dome ship. And on the receiving end is Prince Jaheim. He's telling him it's time to enact the failsafe. And Prince Jaheim's signal is not far from yours. And that is where we are now.